Hey, what's up and how's it going, all MRBers? I am Mike McRock for the McRock and Bolt Wrestling Review Show. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a couple of weeks now, and I'm finally back. I'm back, people, I'm back. Get used to it, and I'm going to have a lot of fun. And it's all going to start now with a video to me that I always wanted to do. I never got that opportunity to do it just yet, but now it's finally here. Right now, I'm going to talk about my influences and who I enjoy watching in the YWC. So let's get right down to it. Here we go. So throughout this video, this is going to be one of those videos where I'm going to constantly plug a lot of things because I'm going to talk about my influences in the YWC and what my top 10 are. I'm not going to necessarily put these in order because I don't want to diminish anyone in this video at all. So really, what I'm going to do is plug a lot of things. See what I did there? And I'm also going to talk about what they do, who they are, and basically let's just get right down to it. The first, one of my favorite influences when I'm doing Raw reviews or SmackDown or anything related to the WWE is the show that comes on. Usually it's after Friday Night SmackDown on Friday nights, of course, and of course they do a live show every Monday night after Raw. And it's a show called Aftermath. You have Jimmy Corderas, you also have Nug and Jackie Ringman and a couple of other different people as well. And I really like this show because here you have a guy in Jimmy Corderas who is a former referee, a retired referee, so he has a lot of inside knowledge in terms of what the WWE does and their operations, etc., etc. So the benefit of watching Aftermath, and the big reason why I enjoy Aftermath, is because of Jimmy Corderas. Of course, Jackie Ringman and Nug, their hamsters keep going over and over, and I really enjoy what their brains. Sometimes I want to pick apart their brains because they have so much to talk about in terms of related WWE, what they should do. And what I like about their show is that they have their wins and fails on Aftermath. They also have a segment called Ask the Ref where people insert their questions to Jimmy Corderas and they talk about wrestling, etc., etc., WWE. Now, even though they're very big in the WWE area, sometimes, not very often, but Jimmy Corderas will treat something that happens in TNA related. Speaking of TNA related, Andre Corbeil is another one of my great favorite influences as well. He's a guy that does a lot of TNA related videos. He does TNA reviews. Sometimes the WWE stuff, but mostly TNA. And this guy has a really good following. Check him out. I'm plugging it in to see his content. And I like his style as well. It's like in the form of a radio DJ, if you will. And I like how he never has a lot of negativity about him. He always keeps positive. And that's the reason why I like Andre Corbeil. It's because he has a great following, because he has a lot of positive influence when it comes to anything that's related to TNA Impact Wrestling. No matter what negative things TNA does, Andre Corbeil seems to have a legit answer to everything. Another guy that I like to talk about is a guy by the name of Brandon Lee Smith. Now, before I get into Brandon Lee Smith and what he used to do, is that when I was doing NXT reviews, I didn't see a whole lot of people doing reviews of NXT. I'm not really sure the reason why that is, probably because at the time people are just starting to get into really watching the product way before they had NXT arrival, and I was looking for people to review this type of show to gain some influence, and I found this guy, and the stuff that he talks about in terms of the wrestling aspect is really, really outstanding. I like how he goes really in depth of the wrestling, the botches, the flips, the flops, etc., of the wrestling matches that are happening on the show, because NXT is a wrestling driven type of show. You just can't help but talk about the wrestling aspect of the show. It's just inevitable. Another influence I really, really like is a woman. Now, in the YWC, there's not a lot of women that really talk about wrestling at all. Like the WWE, it's a male-dominant kind of community where a lot of guys, including myself, talk about wrestling. They come on here on YouTube and they upload videos and they talk about Raw, SmackDown, TNA, Ring of Honor, etc. So to me, it's really refreshing to see a woman talk about what happened on Raw, what happened on SmackDown, what their predictions are for the next upcoming pay-per-view, and their pay-per-view reviews as well. And that person is Hope Wynn. So I'm encouraging you to check out Hope Wynn. She does really good videos, and sometimes the odd video every now and then. Once in a blue moon, she'll do. One of the recent videos she done is a video about Sting and how Sting should debut in the WWE. And I encourage you to check out that video as well. Check out her content, anything related to Hope Wynn. And I gotta get this out of the way too. I think she's cute. I know, but I had to put that up there. I'm open. And I'm single, by the way. If you're... Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that, but you get it. Another great influence to me is that usually when Raw goes off the air, like Aftermath, like they do their live show, there's also another channel on the YouTube community that does live shows, and I like how in this channel people come in with their phone calls and they ask questions to the JoeCroninSHOW. And I like that he rates shows 1 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, etc. He talks about Raw, NXT, SmackDown, TNA, anything at all. Especially the British Fists as well. To me, they're like the British version of OTRSCentral, which I will also get to later on. And they do reviews as well of TNA, Raw, SmackDown, etc. They do really good videos as well. And speaking of Off the Ropes Show, Central, the Slug Daddy, as a lot of people call him, has amazing content. And what I really, really like about the Slug Daddy on OTRSCentral is that he gets right into the reality aspect of what the WWE should be doing, what TNA should be doing. And a lot of the stuff I actually agree with. Even though, yes, you can say he does complain a lot, but come on. So you have to accept the reality that TNA is not the greatest wrestling company in the world in the past 12 years ever. And he does a lot of TNA related videos. He does a lot of WWE videos. One in particular I really did enjoy, and it was his thoughts on the Seth Rollins heel turn. Is it good? Is it bad? There's positives, negatives. Here's the thing. For every positive, there's a negative. It's one of those inevitable things. If you have something positive happen, there's going to be someone that will say, okay, maybe this might happen, and it might cause a reaction to Seth Rollins that may not be all that great. And with that being said, you can see where he's coming from, and you can understand and probably relate to it as well. So I really, really like, and I encourage you to check out Off the Rope Show with the Schlug Daddy. He does a lot of good stuff. Q&A videos, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And even when he does Raw reviews as well, I like that he has a couple of personalities. One of them is this guy Marcus Smart. He wears glasses, and he talks about the wrestlers that the YWC really loves, and he says that Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, Dolph Ziggler is the best motherfucker wrestler in the world. And I really enjoy his videos. It's really, really entertaining, and I like in another part of his video, he pans the camera to his dog, and the dog, is basically, he has a voiceover for the dog, different type of voice, and it's always talking about Roman Reigns is hot, I could eat him up. It's funny as hell. And speaking of funny stuff, the parody of OTRS is ITRS, In The Rope Show. 3 guys just having fun with their Raw reviews, and I completely freaking love it. It's awesome. Another channel I encourage you to check out. Absolutely, no question. I love their intro. It's funny as hell. Their content is amazing. One of the recent Raw reviews I saw is one where they had to drink every time they say something. They down the stuff, and they're drunk half its nails, and it's completely hilarious. And like I said, sometimes when you're doing Raw reviews, you gotta have fun with it. And that's one thing I really do enjoy when I'm doing Raw reviews as well. I got to have me some fun with it, and the greatest influence to me to have fun with those Raw reviews, with those TNA, with the SmackDown prediction videos, pay-per-view or special event reviews, etc., is watching the videos from In The Rope Show. Another show that I really do enjoy is Dalyxman. A channel sometimes the Shug Daddy plugs in as well. He does great content. Who else did I miss? Okay, got him. One more, the Wrestling Guru Society. Now, I'm saving this the best for last. Well, like I said, to me, when I look at all my influences in the YWC, really, when it all comes down to it, I am a little biased. Because I'm Canadian, I enjoy. To me, there's nothing that makes me happier to see Canadians. Now, I'm pretty sure that, Aftermath, Canadians. But the Wrestling Gurus, you have guys like Jared, Dallas, Justice, and Mitch. And Mitch is a guy that he will come on here and do videos of Raw reviews, the odd TNA pay-per-view, some trolling videos, and some character fails. And I really do enjoy their content as well. And I like how sometimes in Mitch's videos he always holds up a championship. It's kind of like this, but this is obviously a different championship. He has a Wrestling Gurus championship. This is the HCW Heavyweight Championship. I actually got this from one of my best friends, and Yeah, but basically what this guy does, Mitch Lightning, is that he comes on and he talks about Raw, whatever, TNA, the odd video, TNA fans are stupid, TNA is stupid, WWE sucks, why is Alberto Del Rio better than Eddie Guerrero? You know, those kind of videos, the trolling videos, where you could just tell, you could just know when someone's trolling, when they're talking about stuff that, you know, is the complete opposite of what they really want to say. And they have their fun with it, they enjoy what they do. And to me, when I'm watching someone doing a Raw review, I love how they really enjoy themselves. InTheRopesShow does it, Wrestling Gurus does it, OTRSCentral does it, a lot of people, even Hope Wynn. I think that, in my opinion, she really does enjoy doing Raw reviews as well as other videos as well. So those are my influences of the YWC. And if my question to you is, what are your influences, if you do have any, in the YWC? Whatever they are, comment below, let me know. While you're at it, you can follow MRB Wrestling on Twitter. You can hit that subscribe button down below this video, and you can also hit that like button to the Mike McRuck, to the MRB Wrestling Review Show on Facebook. Plugging all that in. And with all that being said, on the final note, get plenty of rest, and always do your best.